Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on a drugstore glowy foundation routine for the summer. I feel like this routine is so perfect, borderline perfection, okay? It's really good. I partnered with Flower Beauty for this tutorial and I'm really excited to show you some of the products that they sent and also just a lot of other products that you can incorporate in your foundation routine. This summer we want to save our coins, you know, want to be cute on a budget, and I feel like that's so important. You don't have to spend a lot of money to have a nice high-end look. And I feel like this right here, this foundation routine is going to change the game for you guys. I hope you guys enjoy it. And yeah, let's just go ahead and get into this tutorial now. I'm going to be using the Pixie Glow Mist Spray. This is my favorite drugstore kind of like setting, or not like setting, but like priming spray. You know, there's a lot of products out there that are really high end, but I want to try to give you guys an option for drugstore use. So today I'm going to be using the Flower Light Illusion Nude Skin Luminous Makeup. It's a luminous foundation and it's all day wear. It has like a skin-like feel, so I really like that. I'm in the color 20 M4. It has like a yellowish undertone to it, so I'm just going to shake that up. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this Makeup Revolution Luminous Gold Liquid Highlighter. One drop. We only need one drop of that. And then I'm going to take a little bit of the Ulta Beauty highlighting drops, and I'm just going to take a drop of that into the foundation as well. Then I'm just going to mix that all together on the back of my hand here. I'm going to tell you that this is the most dewy looking foundation. Little concoction I have made up. It is so pretty. I'm just going to tap that onto my skin. Ooh. Wow. And I like to just take my finger and rub it in first before I actually start to use my beauty blender. I say that I was testing out different ways to do it, and the best way that I felt like it looked so skin-like was this way. We got ourselves a nice dewy looking face going on here. And the coverage of this foundation is so nice. Like, it's very medium to full coverage. If you're not looking for something that's too you know, thick, but it's not thick, it's very nice and loomy. And then with the drops added in there, it just adds like an even more loomy glow. Like, do you guys see this? It's so loomy. I have a little bit more left on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna go over the little spots that I feel like are still peeking through. I'm just gonna go on my forehead here and lightly tap here a bit just to make sure that it's blending really nicely. So next we're gonna go in with the Maybelline Age Rewind Concealer, and this is in the color Neutralizer. I'm gonna take a little bit more of the golden drops from Makeup Revolution. I'm gonna just do a little slither of it, not even a lot. And we're just gonna go under our eyes a bit, just a little bit, like kind of tap it in, not go ham, because we still wanna make it look as natural as possible. So the fun part of this is getting that bronzy tan look. You guys already know that I love to use my L'Oreal foundation as my contour. If you've been watching my videos, you guys know this is probably the only thing I really like to use. And it's just because it's a personal favorite. It's not because it's like better than anything else. It's just a personal favorite of mine. But I like to use foundation versus using a stick or contour kits or whatever. I like to use a foundation because it just looks so much more natural in the skin, and it doesn't give that really thick contour. It's like a nice natural bronze. I'm just gonna take a little bit, like a little bit goes a long way. I'm going to just tap that on the back of my hand here and just go on cheek area and on my temples into the top of my head, kind of like creating like a little C shape. We really just want to look like we went to the beach and got like a nice little tan action. And honestly, like I said, a little bit goes a long way, so you can take it probably all the way across your forehead, but since my forehead is so big, I might need just a little more because it's just kind of massive. I hope you guys are seeing this right now. I'm giving you guys the ultimate summer foundation, not foundation routine, okay? So now that we have got our nice base. I mean, look at this skin, guys. It's looking bomb. So I'm just gonna set a little bit of my face. I'm gonna bake a little bit, and I'm gonna be using my favorite thing to use, which is my Makeup Revolution setting powder. And a little tip when you're setting your foundation with a beauty blender, it helps that if it's a little bit on the drier side, because for me, in my opinion, I feel like when it's too damp, these little patches on top of the foundation, if you have two beauty blenders, like keep one of them, you know, damp enough so you can, you know, apply the foundation, but then another one like super, like almost borderline dry, but like ever so slightly damp, if that makes any sense. And if you don't like that tacky feeling that I'm talking about, that I was referring to earlier, go ahead and set your entire face. Like, I totally get it. Sometimes it just depends on what kind of day I'm having. If I really care if it's too tacky or not. Personally, right now, I don't mind because I really want to have that glowy finish to my skin, and I still want the foundation to look dewy. So I'm just going to kind of skip setting my entire face like I normally would. Today I'm going to be using the Flower Wanderlust palette, and it's this one right here. For a drugstore eyeshadow kit, these are really buttery and nice. Like, I really like them. And they're really vibrant. I'm just going to take this shade right here. It does have a little bit of fall off, but it's pretty darn good. Next, I'm going to take my Black Radiance palette, you guys know, and I'm just going to take a little bit of the contour shade. I'm just going to go into my crease here. I'm going to go in with this. It's called the Beauty Flash Full Face Palette, and I'm going to be using this shade right here in the middle. Give it some dimension. So I'm just going to go in with this beautiful bronzy shade right here. And I'm going to spray my eyeshadow brush a little bit, just so I can really pick up that intensity of this shade. So now we're going to move back to the face, and I'm just going to add some color to my skin. And I'm going to be using the Black Radiance contour palette. It's going to lightly bronze it up a bit more. Now, some people say I go too ham on the bronzer. I just say more bronzer. Like, the more bronzer, the better, in my opinion, yeah. Went ahead and did my brows. I'm going to be taking the Beauty Flash Full Face Palette, and I'm going to be using the bronzer shade as a blush today. I'll go ahead and use the same brush. And I'm just going to go over my cheeks here. I'm going to be taking a little bit of liquid highlighter, and I'm just going to take one little dab of that. Take it on the back of my beauty blender, and I'm just going to lightly tap that onto the skin. As highlight today. We are going to use a powder highlight too, but we're just going to build that highlight, take it up onto our temples here, and it just gives like a nice glowy effect. Then I'm going to take that across my forehead too, because I want my whole face to just glow. So we're just going to repeat that step. Just take a little tiny dab of it onto the back of your hand. Just apply it with a beauty blender, and it gives like a nice natural glowy finish to the skin. But another quick tip, especially for this part right here, be very, very gentle when you're applying it to the skin. You don't want to be too aggressive, because it can, you know, lift the foundation and lift the powders off the skin. You just want to be very, very gentle, and as you tap it onto your cheekbones and onto your temples. I'm gonna let that dry down a bit, and then I'm gonna go back in with a powder highlight next. So let that dry down for about 5 minutes. You don't have to wait that long, but that's just personal preference. And then I'm just gonna take a little bit of the highlighter from L'Oreal, the foil, and this is Gilded Gold. I'm just gonna take a little bit of that onto my cheek here and lightly dust that. Next, I'm going to go in with my Wet n Wild highlighter, Golden Flower Crown. That is the last of the highlighter, just one sweep, or maybe a couple. So before I finish the rest of my face, I'm just going to go ahead and set it. And I'm going to be using the NYX Dewy Setting Spray. I'm gonna let that dry down, and then I'm going to finish my eyes, add a lip, and we are done. Moving on to lips, I have a new favorite lip combination that I've been loving. I'm using the NYX lip liner and nutmeg, and I'm just going to line my lips. If you haven't watched any of my recent videos, I have a little trick that I like to do. I just like to line over my Cupid's bow a bit, like so. It really gives that like kind of natural pout, and I really love that like look of just looking like you're constantly going like, you know. And then I'm going to take the Strictly Vinyl lip gloss, and this is in the color Sugar Mama. It is my favorite. I'm just gonna go over my lips here. And then I'm going to take my NYX Butter gloss, and this is in the color Peanut Brittle, and I'm just gonna take a little bit of that in the center. And we got ourselves a nice nude lip with a nice glossy foundation. We're looking dewy. We have a nice bronzy little eye going on, and that is it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this, enjoyed creating it for you. Let me know if you guys liked any of the tips that I gave. If you guys like kind of like these breakdown-ish kind of videos, I would love to do more of them. Be sure to leave comments down below of what you guys want to see next, and I will see you guys next time in my next videos. Bye guys!